Once again, I bring the midweek video announcement with a parking lot in view to remind you that it is this Thursday, August 27th at noon. That is the deadline for RSVPing for the Sunday morning in-person worship service, but also a special Vesper drive-in devotional service, long title, but trying to be descriptive as I can. Service that will happen on Sunday, August 30th at 6 p.m. here in our parking lot. The purpose of this mini service, which is a sort of a supplement to our regular worship, is to be able to have a time to come together and safely gather while being able to provide the sacrament of Holy Communion for so many of you that have not been able to partake of it. Even if you are attending the in-person worship, you're invited to come and see everyone else as we gather for that worship service. Now, it will only be a brief service lasting less than a half hour. I'm showing you here a map that shows how you'll come into the parking lot, come up to the front doors. You'll receive a bulletin as well as the elements for Holy Communion, and then go on your way to a parking space. You'll then turn on your radio if it isn't on already, and you'll tune to an FM station. That will be 88.5. That'll be on the bulletin. You'll tune to 88.5, in which you will then be able to hear me speak, share some prayers and devotion readings, and then we will finish by all celebrating together the sacrament of Holy Communion. So that's why it's important for us to know how many to prepare for by making that RSVP. And of course, Thursday noon is a deadline every week for coming to the in-person worship on our Sunday morning 9:30 a.m. service. As we now start to conclude summer, which is sort of hard to believe, this upcoming Sunday would have probably been our Rise Against Hunger when we packaged meals for the homeless. Of course, we hope to do that again next year. We also at this time of the year are planning for our many fall activities, which have all, of course, been curtailed by this pandemic. But I call your attention particularly to the events of our fall education, as we usually resume that during this time of the year, as we're sort of kind of taking September, most of it off to sort of watch what happens with schools returning and levels of infection, and hopefully that'll go okay. For young children, we're just not going to gather yet. Confirmation, I will be in touch with parents. For the adult Sunday school class, we will meet in the fellowship hall starting the last Sunday in September, immediately following the 9:30 a.m. worship service. We are continuing to only have one service, at least during the month of September and probably into October, unless things change. But after the 9:30 service, beginning on September 27th, I believe, I will be teaching a class called the Acts of the Apostles in the fellowship hall, safely distanced from one another, and I will record that and then hope to upload it for those who would like to participate. So I'll call all your attention to that, to the youth group. Our youth director will be in touch with the high school about particularly having some safe events. And other classes of other age groups will be by Zoom or in person, depending on how things unfold with the school. So watch for more details on that. I want to thank you for bringing all the items by here recently for Harmony House and then for the Redeemer Crisis Center. It is a way, of course, being a church and we are not able to physically gather together. You've been very supportive, not only in bringing items, but in your giving to the church as well. It is greatly appreciated. Let's hope that we start to round the curve on this and that it doesn't ramp up this fall with the return of flu season and all that, that we can soon hopefully have a vaccine and begin to move towards some type of new normal. But of course, in the meantime, wear the mask, stay healthy, and take care, dear church.